That's okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
Yay, buddy. Everybody. She's so excited. She's all choked up.
I know, I am excited. I love Super Bowl Sunday. Why? Because I like football, but 2, because I like halftime show. Oh, wait, 3.
She loves the halftime show.
That, and I like the food.
Commercials, food, halftime show.
Commercials. You know, sometimes
they've gotten lame lately.
Yeah, sometimes the commercials aren't as great as we would hope they would be, you know, so we'll see. We can rate them when we get back.
Yes,
you know,
we
after,
can.
Like tomorrow, we can rate it tonight.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
So.
I'll put it out.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
Plus the special thing about Super Bowl is everybody gathers, family, friends, and not so good friends to cheer, commiserate, yell, chide each other.
Yeah, you have that
throw
issue.
the smack down.
It'll be fun. But we're going to make something really good today, too, because, you know, I love the one thing I was saying that there's 3 things I like about Super Bowl, and you didn't let me finish.
Sorry.
The third thing is the food.
She loves the food.
So we're going to make spiced nuts today, and it's super easy so that we can get this going and talk about what we want to talk about today. But right now, I just want to let you know what I got, okay? I've got, oh gosh, 1 egg white.
1 egg white.
So this recipe comes from BeachBody's spice nuts. So I've got 1 egg white, and I'm going to actually put that in just another bowl right now. And then while I'm doing this, let's see, I'm going to whisk together 1 egg white and 2 tablespoons of honey, because it takes like a half an hour to cook these spiced nuts. So I want to get these going because Super Bowl starts in 1 hour and we want to be ready.
That's right.
So I'm going to whisk this together. But you know, I really love it. We're actually going to go to my sister-in-law's, his sister's house, and our brother-in-law's house.
I think we've gone there every year for the past couple
because
years.
they have the ability to get the Super Bowl on their TV.
Yeah, because we just have Netflix.
Yeah. So we're gonna go there, and while we're there, I mean, it's just fun. We've gone to their house every time. And one time, what game was it? It was like,
oh, when the Seahawks were playing. Oh, it was
Seahawks
SmackDown.
in Denver, wasn't it? Broncos.
I don't even remember. I just know it was. My sister and brother-in-law are huge Seahawks fans.
It was a great game.
And that was a fun game. So,
you know, of course, I had to go. I didn't want the sea chickens to, you know.
So she was playing the counter, and I think that's a lot of fun about the Super Bowls. Even if you're not a big fan of the 2 teams, like today, I'm not a big fan of either the Eagles or the Patriots. Because, you know, you got to break the dynasty up at some point.
Yeah,
so,
seriously, how many years?
Yeah,
do we know
I don't know, but we're ready for somebody else to win. So we're rooting for the Eagles today. But I think, you know, even then, you know, like Judy was saying, she's not a big sea chicken fan. And so she was picking the other team just to create that nice rub and friendly competition between my sister and brother-in-law. And that's what makes the Super Bowl so fun, is because you can get together, bring family and friends together in a great environment, great entertainment, and great food, and you get to time. So
this is, just so you know, what I got in here is 2 cups of mixed nuts, unsalted, just so you know. And then I'm going to pour the egg white and honey in here right now and kind of mix it together. But go ahead.
So anyway, you got me distracted by the food. But yeah, you know, and Judy and I, somebody asked us a couple weeks ago, we sent out some requests, and somebody asked, no, we'd like to know about you and your relationship and how did you meet and stuff. So we thought today we'd talk about relationships. And so since everybody is gathering for the Super Bowl, you know, usually you're gathering people that you love and enjoy being with. Sometimes you get people that are invited that you're not too sure who invited them, but it's always good because you end up meeting a new friend. And I think one of the big things, you know, that I think the Super Bowl and other activities like this, Christmas, Thanksgiving, is it creates a great opportunity for you to come and strengthen bonds and build on those things that you've already had for years, or maybe even their brand new relationships. It's like this past Christmas, our nephew Shim and his new fiance came over and spent the time, or was it Thanksgiving? They came over and spent the weekend with us, and it was a lot of fun to get to know her. And looking forward to their wedding coming up in February. So, and the other thing that I thought about is Judy and I are 2 weeks away from our 29-year anniversary.
29 years. Hey, just so you know, while interjecting, I just added more nuts because I think I added all the egg nuts just to kind of get more of the egg white mixture. And then with this is 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne and cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I actually think, or a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, sorry. So keep going.
So a little bit of spice with sweet.
Yep.
So it's going to be nice and tasty. So, yeah, where was I? I forgot where it was. Oh, 29 years. So, yes, I have the leg bands to show for it every year.
He
but
says
it has
that
been
every-
bliss.
he
For
says
me,
that.
anyway, it's been torture for her.
He says that every time, like, you know, like I actually chain them or whatever. I don't even know what that really
You
means.
guys can tell who wears the pants of the family. She's always telling me what to do, and I just say, yes, ma'am. But that's what the secret to success is, saying yes, ma'am.
Secret to successful relationships in a couple?
No,
are you kidding?
It's much more than that.
If he didn't banter back with me, I'd eat him alive. Seriously.
Yes, you would. So, I you know, that's an important thing. I think in relationships, you got to have a healthy give and take. You got to have a healthy playful attitudes, and our spirit towards each other. We play together. We play towards each other. We try to incorporate our kids with that. If you've seen us on Facebook, we spend a lot of time in the summer on the boat with the kids, and we invite everybody and their grandma and anybody else that can fit on the boat. So if you haven't been on the boat, come join us. It's always a good time. And I think really, when you think about life, if you don't have good relationships, life is miserable. And so, doing whatever you can, positive relationships is really, really important. And I think part of that just starts from having solid respect for each other and growing together and giving people space to learn and grow and growing with each other. A lot of times I see people, they just leave oh, look at that. She wants to show her stuff.
Okay, so this is the nuts. Just spilling.
Yep.
So I'm just flattening them out on a sprayed pan, and then I'm going to stick them in the oven right now at 325 for 30 minutes.
325, 30 minutes. So that means we're going to have to come back for the tasting. And, you notice that we only made 2 cups because one of the nice things about nuts is they are a healthy fat. And they're good to eat, but you can also have too many of them.
Too many healthy fats. And, well, because if a 1/4 cup of nuts is about 100 calories, I can totally, seriously,
you can easily eat a cup.
A cup of nuts that's like 12 almonds. And I can eat a cup, and that's 400 calories. That's like a meal right there. So, so you just got to be kind of careful. And that is actually more than 2 cups because I added more to soak up some of
there you go.
The whites. But anyway, so you were saying about having like the respect. And what else were you saying?
I don't know. So you keep distracting me with the food.
I distract him with food?
And her beautiful awesomeness.
That's it. No. But no, I think that's really kind of important to say because you were talking about people and kind of what I was thinking about the community that you have around you and who you surround yourself with and the respect you have for one another. And respecting, I'm thinking about like respecting, well, let's think about this. With Super Bowl, you think about the teams that you're rooting for, right? Well, I mean, I may root for, let's just say, okay.
You're a 49er fan, so say it. You're going to root for the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going to.
And I'm going to root for the Saints if they ever play together.
Unapologetically, just because some players are, well, I must have said something.
Let it go.
Anyways, it just means that I still have an affinity towards them. And just because I do and maybe he doesn't mean that we can't agree to disagree or that we can't respect each other's beliefs and opinions. And I think that's what helps in a healthy relationship is that you still respect one another even if you believe differently. That's huge.
Yeah, it's really important. And I think having mutual respect also helps you, treat each other kindly even when you disagree on something. Right? If you respect somebody, you're willing to take the time to listen to them. You're willing to consider their point of view and then work together to come to common resolution, as you're trying to work together, in any relationship, business,
Right.
family, friends, doesn't matter. That respect really, really is important. So.
Right. And then I think too that in conjunction with respect, I think that healthy relationships also encompass and involve being trustworthy, honesty, and what we're talking about, kind of respecting each other's opinions. So then you actually see their perspective. So you have kind of an open communication. We had to learn this, our own way. This is just what we talk about in experiences in our own lives. We're not experts, but we know that the things that we've gone through as a couple and as parents with our kids, it's hard when you have kiddos that, you remember when you were a kid and the different things that you felt and how you thought, oh my gosh, my parents don't know anything, or they don't understand my generation or whatever. And it's like, no, you know what? We really do get it, but we have to also give them the space to learn it. And that's hard when you're a parent. You want to pretty much control their environment. And when they were little, you kind of did control their environment. And then they started to branch out on their own and get older and experience things and then making mistakes. But ultimately, I think that the healthy relationship part of that between you and your child, or you and your spouse, or you and your friends, coworkers, all that has to do with honoring each other, respecting each other, being honest in your dealings with them. Being transparent. I think about honesty with my kids. It's like, I'm transparent with them. I tell them like it is, and they may not like it, but I don't mince words. I just let them know what's correct and incorrect, and then they have to make their choices as they fly the coop too.
Well, and I think another thing, especially with the kids, is you allow them to grow and you love them. And I think that's huge. That's one of the big things. As I was listening to you, is about any strong relationship, love is very strong, and it is at the center. Whether you're just friends or business partner, there is a level of respect and love and honor that comes with that. And as you nurture that, the relationships become stronger. It's just like, I'll never forget this. It was my dad and mom's anniversary, and it was on a Sunday, and we were in Colorado, and our house was really, really cold in Pueblo. And my dad and I were laying in the window, the sun of the window, warming ourselves. And he said, "Wow, son, I've been married to your mom, and I can tell you that how much I love your mom now compared to when we first got married 25 years ago was only puppy love compared to what I love her now." I'm like, "Whoa, what do you mean?" He goes, "Man, I love her so much more because of the experiences that we've grown and developed and progressed together. That love has even strengthened even more and more." And I think that is a critical part of strong relationships, that there's love. And when you look at relationships that start to sour, it's because love is replaced with animosity, bad feelings, even hatred eventually, and they break up. And
or the trust is
gone.
Something has been compromised, yep. Or honesty kind of goes hand in hand with that to me. That it's just been compromised, those kind of things. Yep. Does it mean that it can't be mended? No, that doesn't mean that. It just means that those things have been compromised so that things, and we've gotten our fair share of struggles in our own marriage. Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
We're not the perfect couple, but we're working on it every day, and I think that's an important thing.
I don't think there is such a thing as a perfect couple. I think that's just what's right for you. Your relationship together, because everybody has it differently. We see couples that are like, wow, they treat each other like that, but that's perfect for them. That's great for them. That's what they want. That's who they are. And it's like, okay, well, it works for them. And that's all that matters, right? Is it works for them. And so I guess, I don't know, pretty much with healthy relationships, I think the cornerstone is respect, honesty, being trustworthy, having good communication by understanding each other's perspectives, or at least respecting each other's perspectives, being able to listen.
Yeah, that's really,
and that's really hard because you have your own opinion. You can see that we and we have our own opinions, but in the end, A lot of times it's really small stuff that we just got to push aside and like that doesn't really matter.
I think that's an important thing. Sometimes the little things can cause a big wedge and really split you up instead of going, you know what, that is not important. It's not important to sour my relationship and let it go. So
it's not important that when my 49ers are winning, he doesn't get, I'm just kidding.
I don't start crying.
He doesn't get all upset at me just because it doesn't matter. That's not the big part of it, right?
No, it's all good. The important thing is, building those relationships. And that really, as I said earlier, life is about relationships. Do you have strong relationships as a couple? Do you have strong relationships with your friends? I mean, I've been blessed with some of the best friends around. I know you have too. I mean, you just lay out some
awesome
name them out. I mean, they're just great. And I have good business partners, and even business partners some days, it's like you don't necessarily see eye to eye. You listen to each other and you come back and you try to figure out the best solution. And it all comes from respecting and having a common goal. And I think that's another thing is with families or any kind of relationship, having a goal of keeping that relationship strong allows you to listen and be respectful and nurture that relationship.
I like when you're talking about we're here because we're you want to have a relationship with other people, because otherwise, what did you say? Just kind of a boring life.
It'd be lonely.
But it'd be lonely. But and I was just thinking about people that are long distance. I mean, social media has made it super easy for us to stay in contact. There's honestly, hardly any reason at all not to stay in contact, I guess, unless you live in some remote area and you're not seeing this anyways. So because you're somewhere that you're not getting any internet. But I think I'm thinking of Sunday, and actually some talk today that we heard is that that people are, I believe this, people are put in our lives to help us, and for a reason. I think that there's definitely the people that I come in contact with, and that what do I want to say, but not even just nurture, but make my life better, enhance my life, are those people that were meant to be in my life and are meant to be in your life or your life, just because I think that God puts us together so that we can do better and lift each other up. So what's that through? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
that was my friend Reed Young, so I'll call you back.
So I guess it's oh my gosh, I can't think of it. I'll come back with it, but it's a good quote, but something about lifting each other up and then we rise together. So trying to tell us
probably
something.
I can't talk to you right now.
Are you trying to tell us something, Reed?
I'll call you Reed in just a sec. So
I think he's trying to tell us something.
So the quote you're looking for is high tide raises all boats.
Maybe that's it, but
So,
that's not it. But we'll find out.
Well, maybe that was it. So
we're going to let you go, and we will be back in what?
I don't know, 20 minutes. But, gather the family, gather the food, get ready to throw some smack talking down and cheering and just having a good time together, because really it's really about being together. So, I mean, we're watching the Super Bowl, not so much that we like the fans, but that we like being together and having some good eats. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
All right. Take care. See ya.